Hi guys, it's Shell, Sunbury Housewives. Welcome back to another DIY. If you would like, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button. If you want to see future DIYs, hit the bell for notifications, like, comment, and share this video. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm starting with this galvanized bucket I got from Dollar General last year, and it's just been sitting in my stash. I I cut out a piece of vinyl and I started to peel it off, and then I remembered I actually wanted to use this as a stencil. So I lay it back down and then I pull out the letters from it, and all it says is Farmer's Market. Now that that's done, I lay a piece of transfer tape over it, smooth it out, and then I can peel up the vinyl and place it onto my galvanized tin here and smooth it out and pull off the transfer tape. Once I pull off the transfer tape, because I am using this as stencil, I'm going to place the transfer tape above the vinyl so that I don't get any paint where I don't want it. Using my Waverly chalk paint and ink, I'm just going to use a makeup sponge and pounce over the stencil, a couple light coats just to cover it. Once that's done, I can remove my stencil and reveal the words. This part is a little tricky because the stencil, of course, doesn't want to peel off in one piece, and I just have to work at it and peeling it off in sections. This turned out really good, except for the part of the M was it didn't get all the paint, so I just went in with a very fine paintbrush and just brushed on part of the M. On to project number 2. I am taking this tray that I got from the Target Dollar Spot for $5 last year, and I'm going to do a buffalo check pattern. I'm going to speed through this because I've done so many buffalo check projects I'm not going to go into depth explaining this. I will put an in-depth tutorial in the description box below. If you've never watched that, you can go and check it out after you've watched this video. So as you can see, I placed all of my stripes, and I'm just going in with the Waverly chalk paint and silver lining and painting my initial stripes. Once that's all painted, I go ahead and remove that tape and let that dry. And then I went in after that was dry and did the stripes the opposite way, and going in with that same silver lining paint and painting it the opposite way. And I let this completely dry. Once that's dry, I go back in where the original tape lines are and place tape again. And of course, I'm out of frame because it is harder to see where those lines are, but in person, it's easier to see because you can see where it's lighter. And I just place the tape right over, and it gives me my check boxes, I guess you want to call them, to where I can then go in and paint my darkest color, which I'm using the Waverly chalk paint in ink to paint the checks. And then when that is all done, I'll pull up the tape, but then you'll see and notice that I actually mess up here. And I'll show you how I fix that in just a second. So I get all the tape almost all the way pulled up, and I realize that very last row I missed. So I'm just taking a small paintbrush and going ahead and painting in those last row of squares. They're not perfect, but it'll work. And on to the final project. This is that metal mason jar from the project from the other day. And all I did was print off the ball logo. I keep saying print. Cut out the ball logo, and I'm just putting some transfer tape on it. And I'm just gonna put it into the middle of this galvanized piece from that project the other day. And that's all that's gonna be to this. And just add a jute hanger onto it, and that'll be it. And here are the finished products. The farmer's market tin will have more greenery in it once I have it placed where I want them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.